Moving on. Um, this is definitely another tragic situation. In a different light. This past weekend, Jacksonville, Florida, EA Sports was hosting a Madden tournament, which many of us have now come to know turned into a tragedy, a very tragic situation. 3 people were killed, 11 people were shot uh, at this Madden tournament. A young man by the name of David Katz took it upon himself to bring a automatic firearm into the tournament after a loss and decided to let the automatic weapon off and ended up killing and injuring several people. I do not in any way want to make sure that we absolve David Katz at all. I don't, want to sympathize or anything. He did a horrible thing. He injured innocent people who were not even close to prepared for this kind of violence. You're at a Madden tournament, bro. Like, this is supposed to be the pinnacle of entertainment and fun. And this is the last thing that you would expect at a video game tournament. And this is absolutely crazy, like crazy to think about.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, man. I when I first heard about this story, I couldn't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know what to say. Everybody who has, video games, everybody who loves sports has Madden. I mean, Madden is like the #1 video game, for sports fans. I mean, I play Madden day in and day out, but to think about that, I mean, David Katz was 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
David Katz 2 years ago actually won a Madden tournament. So if you think about it, like, I mean, as a 24-year-old, he's probably got a sense that he might feel that he's one of the best players ever, and then maybe that his reign is just too strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, He went down, he's from Baltimore. He came down to Florida, I guess, obviously to compete. And I don't know how much money was involved in this or whatever. It doesn't really matter because it shouldn't have happened. But this esports thing is getting really big. A lot of people are jumping on this, online gaming and stuff like that. It's becoming huge. Now, I understand that, it's a competition. Every competition brings out flair, anger. You know what I'm saying? When I play Madden, man, I get into it with my friends all day. You know what I'm saying? But doesn't matter. I've never, ever got any fights or any type of altercations with anybody I've ever played a game with because it's not worth it. Once again, I'm saying this to everybody watching this. It's just a game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you feel, whatever emotions you get from this, and when you lose, it doesn't matter. Now, I don't know how this 24-year-old kid thinks. I don't know what he thought. But obviously, he was prepared. He came from Baltimore, and he had a gun somewhere on him or in the car. He was prepared to do something. Right. He thought this was his time to do something, and it's very unfortunate. If you go to the page on, flagrantfoul.com, I wrote a story on it, but there's a video on there where you can hear the bullets. You can hear this man while kids are playing this game. It's live because this is all streamed live. You can hear him shooting. Now, he injured 11 people.
Yeah.
First of all, killed 2 people. Then I guess he fled the scene and wound up killing himself in a Chicago pizza, not too far from where the gaming thing was. But this is completely unfortunate, wrong on all sense, because everybody that came to that Madden tournament came there just to have fun. Yeah, it might have been some money involved, but they came there just to have fun, to compete, to do something they love. And you took all that, you took lives away, you injured people just because you felt some type of way because you couldn't win the game. Now competition can go so far.
Yeah.
And, what I'm
saying? In respect to the victims, the lives that were lost, the people that were injured, outside of that, though, what you also have done is that you made it hard for people to go to the next tournament and to the next event, because now it's like, man, I'm a father. I got a son that's going to be 13 in a week. Right. Video games is something that he and I like to do together. Imagine us. Jacksonville is a 4-hour drive for me. That may be something that he and I may actually want to do, but now we're looking at this. I got to talk to him about the news. He hears what's going on, and now no, I don't know if I want to go to the next video game tournament if this kind of stuff is going on. Like, you have not only, hurt people, have killed people, have injured, lives and broken families in this one incident, but now you have made it to where people are scared and going to be timid to want to attend the next event.
Right.
And so it's a whole kind of terror situation where you've kind of physically injured and killed people, but you're killing people's spirits now too. You're killing the ability for people to want to go to these events, and it's terrible, man. It's absolutely it's tragic. I mean, there's no other way to describe it but tragic for the victims, for the people who lost their lives, for the people who were going and planning to go and wanted to attend this event with their families. It's just horrible. It's tragic. And I don't even know where we comment on how to even fix the problem. Is it a gun problem? Is it a video game problem? Is it
I think it's a society problem. I mean, I just think I want to say it's an upbringing problem because I don't know David Cass. I don't know his family. I don't know his upbringing. So I'm not going to go there. But I feel like just because a lot of times now people in general, they see that this world and they see TV and they see that, they act like things are invisible or not invisible. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that, but they act like TV is real life. Like they can go shoot a gun and they can go do this and they have no consequences. And they're not taking somebody else's life. They're just reacting on their own impulses instead of knowing how this other family will feel. Like, imagine, like you just said, you being a father, just as a parent, how could you feel if you sent your son to a video game conference? And it's just like, you can't justify that because you would be like, well, how would you feel?
Right.
I don't know how I could be like, well, I did something wrong as a parent. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. You sent to a video game conference. Like, how could you ever suspect that could possibly go down? It's unfair. I know he took his life, but his life is still worth just like everybody else's. Like, you have to find different ways. And I know I'm it's preaching, but it's just something that's just super unfortunate because it just shows that you never know what can happen in life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're talking about it right now because it is a football video game. It is something that a lot of sports people, athletes, people that watch sports, they play this game. So it's got to hit home for everybody because this was supposed to be for fun. This was entertainment. It might have been, like I said, it might have been money involved, but this was entertainment. It's just so unfortunate to have to even talk about something like this on here.
Yeah. Being in Florida, and I'll leave it on this note. Being on Florida, this is an open carry state. I don't think the state of Maryland is an open carry state. But being in places like this where they openly sell these kind of weapons that can kill people at rapid speed, it always just makes you want to stop and think, like, how necessary is the sale of these weapons? But again, Flagrant Foul, we're a sports show. We're not politics, but we do have a right to kind of voice that. And I will just say that I don't think that anybody needs to even be selling these types of weapons and this type of ammunition and these types of guns don't even need to be sold. But that's, for a whole other conversation.
Yeah, and the cold part about it is we still worried about people kneeling.
Right.
You feel me? Like that, on top of that, like in terms of football, we still worry about people kneeling. 24-year-old go kill somebody kill people at a video game thing, but we worried about somebody taking a knee.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Not into politics, but just saying.
Just saying. I gotta feel you on that one.